How do you know if a woman likes you? How do you know if she's attracted to you? Have you ever talked to a woman and it was going okay? Maybe she was even asking you questions, but you just don't know. You're like, is she into me? Should I make this flirty? Where are we at? Like, you don't know where you stand. And that confusion cripples you. It stops you from moving it forward, and then you just kind of walk away wondering what if, right? Like, that was me for a long time. I was actually not an ugly guy in middle school and the beginning of high school. Like, I actually wasn't an ugly guy. I wasn't the stud or the jock. I had kind of low internal confidence, but I had girls that showed a little bit of interest in me. I just didn't see the signs, and so I didn't know how to move these interactions forward, right? And it's a really frustrating thing knowing that there's possible opportunities out there, but when you don't act on them because you're kind of oblivious to this stuff, it goes nowhere. So let's talk about a couple of these and how you could use this to your advantage to move things forward. Now, let's talk about some body language stuff and a little bit of conversational stuff as well. The first thing that I'm looking at when I go up and start to approach a woman, I'm looking at her body and her face, obviously, right? But more importantly, when I go up and make the approach, does she stop? Does she give me her undivided attention? Does she keep walking? Like, some girls, when you go up and approach, they will just very quickly stop. Just that. That's one thing I'm looking at, is just, does she stop right away? Like, literally just her feet and her body. That is a very clear indicator that she's receptive. Some women won't do that. Some women will just keep walking. They'll kind of look at you like this. Pay attention to this. She might just be like this. That's like, who are you? What do you want? She's not like, get away from me. That's like a no thank you, right? These are subtle signs. This is body language signs before you have even said a word. And this is why I tell you guys, don't open so close. If you open close, the girl's gonna fucking eject out. You're literally triggering a fight or flight, right? So when you go in from a safe distance and you smile when you're going up and approaching, okay, that's going to get her to relax, right? The way that you make a girl feel comfortable is you don't do anything that provokes uncomfortableness, right? So not coming in too close, not serious face, not creepy voice, not unconfident voice. Approaching from the right distance with the right smile, right vibe should get a girl to at least be somewhat receptive. Ideally, she stops. So I'm paying attention to her face and her body when I go up and make the approach. Now from there, after I say my piece, it might be a direct approach, it might be semi-direct, it might be an indirect opinion opener or question, depending on the environment I'm in. I'm then paying attention to how she's engaging with me in the conversation, because some women, I mean, just pay attention to their eye contact, if nothing else. Like, when you're in the conversation, is she kind of looking away? And is her body looking away? Is she like just barely answering you and then she's pivoting away? Or is she planted and actually holding deep eye contact? Is she engaged in the conversation? Is she enthusiastically responding? Some women will make it kind of obvious, but majority of the women that you could get don't make it obvious. And I think this is why there's a lot of men out there that are like, just wait for choosing signals. If the girl likes you, you'll know. It's like, yeah, a tiny percentage of them, but it's never the ones that you really want. It's always the ones that, like, you're kind of out of their league. Or it's like, oh, I could have that one, I guess. And I even see a lot of good-looking guys settle for women that are like, dude, yo, if you had like better skills with this stuff, you could be doing some damage, bro, right? But guys miss these signs and they just settle for the very obvious signs, right? So pay attention to the way she's having a conversation with you. This is why you need to be a good conversationalist. You need to be able to communicate in a engaging, interesting, attractive way when you talk about yourself, right? Now, aside from just, is she asking you questions, later on in the interaction, is she asking you deeper questions? Does she want to get to know you on a deeper level? Or is she just politely answering? Like, some girls will carry that first minute or two of a conversation just to be polite. Some of these girls are very friendly. Some will be very dismissive and cold. I even had a woman yesterday literally shit tested me off of the open. I was like, oh, I really like your look. You have like interesting fashion. And she was like, I'm wearing rain boots. I was like, okay, like what's up your ass? Okay, like have a great day, right? Like, some girls, they're just not receptive, even to a compliment. And that's okay, that's part of the game too. But I'm paying attention to her face, what she says in the interaction, how comfortable at a distance is she to me? Like, some girls I can open, not only can I be direct and they're giving me eye contact, but like if it's green lights, I'll slowly get in a little bit closer too. Some girls will be even comfortable with me being at a very close distance. So close that we touch or we accidentally touch when I'm talking, like our arms touch, right? And then from there, it's very easy to put a light hand on the shoulder when you say the next comment. From there, it's very easy to move in just a little bit closer and pause for a half second while you're talking. So recognizing some of these smaller signs initially can give you confidence to know, okay, it's a green light here. She stopped, she's turned to me, she's giving me the eye contact. That should give you confidence that you could be a little bit more, I guess you could just lay it on a little bit thicker when you're flirting with her, right? Versus a girl who's confused and closed off and concerned and pivoting away, or, you know, her body language is like about to eject. That girl's probably not ready for you to lay it on thick to her, right? And if I were to think back to my younger self, when I had these girls that were into me, dude, some of these signs were so obvious. I was just such a pussy internally, I couldn't even go for it, right? So one other point worth noting is that a lot of the times the girls will mimic your energy, your body language, your eye contact, your confidence. So if you can go in holding good eye contact with open body language, sometimes the girls will just kind of reciprocate that. If I go in and I'm fucking weak and I can't even hold eye contact and I'm awkward, I look like I'm gonna kill somebody, the girl's like, dude, get the fuck away from me. Like, you're fucking weird, right? So it does take practice on your end, but I do think that the bigger picture to this long term is being able to go in confidently, do these things right, while also reading her and pinging off of her. It's both of them. Part of it is the internal work, building the skill set, building the confidence. The other part of it is being able to recognize how she's responding in real time and being able to adjust, right? And so seeing these signs should give you that confidence of when to move things forward, when to maybe chill out a little bit, or even when to pull back and just try to build the vibe up to put me in a better position to later on try to move it forward again. Okay, so these are just a couple of the signs. Look, there's a lot that goes into this stuff, as you could probably tell. I've been doing this for almost a decade. If you want to learn more about these signs, about the conversation skills, about the escalation process, about how to become smooth with all of this stuff, so you can start creating attraction with women at will, I'm talking like no matter what interaction you're in, you know where you're at, how she's responding, what the next steps would be to actually convert that into a date. If you want to get to that point, click the link down below and apply to work with me directly. That's all for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Pay attention to the signs. Peace out.